What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Quinn Wade Basketball and Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video up on the Philadelphia 76ers. I know I did this video before. I just wanted to update it because I'm looking at their roster and they have a lot of moves that they can make with Dario Saric coming over. And they got the #1 pick. And they got a lot of good young talent, as in they drafted best talent available the last couple years. I think the best thing to do is move two of their centers, preferably Joel Embiid and Jahlil Okafor, but they could put Jahlil at the 4 because he's not really a rim protector, but he has been showing that he can post up and he can score. He just got to improve his shooting a little bit to space out the floor for Nerlens Noel. If they keep one of them, they going to have to learn how to shoot. But they going to have to figure out what they're going to do with this roster, and I'm going to give some insight on what they should do. Like I said, the best pick for them definitely is Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, because they do need shooting. I know Dario can shoot, but we don't know if he can shoot on the NBA level because we've seen a lot of players like Mario Hezonja and everybody come over, and they was more of projects. They were like prospects that can develop into stars in the future. And Dario Saric, even though he is playing at a high level, it's hard to translate quickly in the NBA. I know they got Robert Covington to bring, him under him. Like, okay, we got Robert Covington, a guy that we can slowly bring along, Brandon Ingram or Dario Saric. But they're going to have to decide, do we want to keep Robert Covington? Do we want to go Ingram? Do you want to go Ben Simmons? Even though you definitely got to go Ingram over Simmons because you don't need a team full of a bunch of people that can't shoot. They already got that. Plus, they can actually put uh, Brandon Ingram at the 3 or at the 2 or at the 4. Sometimes, depending on the small ball lineups, he can play the 4. Uh, then at the top, on top of that, they can also just slide people down so that way they can play multiple positions and they can be long, lanky, and they all can shoot. Because one of the reasons why Robert Covington has been struggling is because they don't have no floor spacing. They running all these centers and they just don't have enough floor spacing for the 3-point shooters, so he can't shoot the threes the way he can because of the floor spacing. Now, if you look at the roster, they got Elton Brand contract still there. They got to move Joel Embiid because he hasn't played. Yes, he is the rim protector that they need. Yes, he is a great defensive player. But if his knee surgery is all right, he's a player that a lot of teams are interested in. He might be the best trade chip because of his two-way potential. And on top of that, Jahlil Okafor actually is more dominant offensively. He just got to learn how to protect the rim defensively. But Joel Embiid is the guy that got to get rid of because that's a team. The teams are mostly interested in him because of his two-way potential. Also, Nerlens Noel, that's the guy I think you're going to have to keep because if you get rid of Joel Embiid because of his knee injuries, I like Nerlens Noel upside. Yes, he has struggled offensively from time to time, but this guy shows flashes of being better than Joel Embiid defensively with his ability to steal the ball, his ability to block shots at the right time. He just has instincts, natural instincts that you just can't teach. He just knows how to play defense. All he had to do is fill out his body and continue to work on his jump shot. I think he can get these things done. We've seen a lot of long, lanky centers play at the position. He just got to continue to put on muscle and continue to keep his instincts and slowly bring along his offensive game. Remember, this Philadelphia team, this is a prospect. They drafting prospects and projects. They got to build through the draft, build young talent, get a core, get a nucleus, get it together, and then start seeing results slowly. This team has been one of the worst teams in NBA history, to be honest with you, and it's time for them to start moving towards the right direction. They got a lot of good talent through the last couple of drafts. They've been keeping their salary cap low so that way they can re-sign free agents, sign free agents when they got a core. And on top of that, they still been looking for that guy. And I think Jahlil and Nerlens Noel is them two pieces along with Brandon Ingram. Dario Saric, I don't really know what you guys gonna get out of him, but like I said, y'all do still have Robert Covington, and the reason why he's just been struggling is because they just don't have the floor spacing. So don't worry about Robert Covington. He's a solid, decent player. And just in case they got to bring Dario Saric on alone slowly, they got formidable small forward already. So with the number one pick, they have to take Brandon Ingram. To me, it's not even it's like a clear choice to me. I want them to trade their other picks and Joel Embiid or Nerlens Noel, whichever one they want to trade. For either Jamal Murray or Kris Dunn. They definitely need a point guard of size and length. So I prefer them to get Kris Dunn because he can actually shoot, finish, play defense, and score. So I prefer them to get Brandon Ingram and Kris Dunn out of the draft and trade one of the last couple draft picks for one of those positions. Even though they already got the first position, you want to get that fifth or fourth or third position, wherever position can get you Kris Dunn. If he's still on the draft board, that's the guy they gonna need, an athletic point guard that can shoot and finish in the paint. Also, Jamal Murray, if they got to trade down later, will be a good fit for them because he can shoot the ball too, and that can take pressure off Brandon Ingram and Robert Covington. Like I said, it can take pressure off them and give them some floor spacing and open it up for Joel Embiid if they still have him. Even Jaleel and Nerlens Noel to have floor spacing so they can post up. Because right now they all concognated together, just all on one stream because nobody can shoot consistently. You have to get rid of these centers. Decide which one you want to play at power forward. Decide which one you want to play at center. Decide which one you want to trade. And after that, you start signing free agents. Once they get this nucleus together, which I think is Brandon Ingram, Kris Dunn, Jaleel, and either or centers because they both defensive, but I prefer Nerlens Noel because you know what he can do and he's a better stiller. And he actually can shoot decently now to a certain extent if he's wide open. Also, look out for the free agency. If they do trade some of these players around and start meshing together, look for them to trade for some veterans or sign some veterans because they do have enough salary cap to eat some of the veterans that teams don't want. Say if they don't need this player or that player, they have millions and millions of dollars to absorb this contract, to absorb this bad contract and buy him out. They can sign some free agents on some budget contracts that they can trade in the future. I know nobody want to come to Philly, but they can overpay people because they have the salary cap to do it. You seen Stan Van Gundy do it in Detroit. He got his nucleus together. He made some trades to get it together, absorbed some contracts, extended the contracts, and on top of that, signed a free agent, overpaid just a little, and you still got flexibility in the future. And they own cheap, affordable contracts as long as they play up to their contracts. And all the players that he has been playing up to the contracts. And now he can sign some more after he re-signed Andre Drummond. So with that being said, build the nucleus, sign the veterans and the free agents that you need to make it mesh. Make sure that you build through the draft first because you want your players to be young so that way they can last over a long period of time, and make sure they're ready to go to war because the NBA is a war. There's nothing given in the NBA. You got to work hard for everything that you got, including your salary, and you got to work for your reputation and your brand. So this is a job. They're going to have to treat it like a job. They got a lot of young talent. We're going to see what they're going to do. And Dario Saric, like I said, they want to bring him along slowly, just like Brandon Ingram. I don't know which one going to be starting next year, but it's nothing that's given. Like I said, they're going to have to work hard for the position. Whoever the best get the position. And Dario can always sign and stay overseas because they just got the draft rights to him. So he could stay a little longer, and that could open up the position for Brandon Ingram. So let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Quinn Wade Basketball and Easto Basketball Analysis signing out. Check out my website in the comment section below, analysisplayground.com. Sign up with your email address and become a member on the website. It's getting redesigned. They have a new web design on there so it can look more professional for you guys. I'm moving up.